Hi everyone, this is a little painting I did a few days ago of my wife hanging out the washing in the garden. I've been doing a series of paintings during lockdown. I've been fortunate enough to be able to sit in the garden. Today's been a bit of an exception. We've had sort of quite changeable weather today. So I'm using the lockdown period just to go back to this painting, which is completely dry. And I just want to look at some of the areas of her top here. The light was coming from the right, so I'm going to make this area of the top a little bit darker, over here a little bit lighter, and then the skin tones as well. I just want to look at the skin shapes and tones and just address those. I'm going to go through the whole painting, but I'm just going to show you how I look at this to start with. So the paint mixing, I'm going to take a little bit of titanium white, not too much, add into that a tiny little bit of alizarin crimson there, so I get a nice pink colour. Nice pale pink, and then just take a little bit more of the white there and some of that pink, just so that I've got a slightly lighter tone. So there's two tones there, a light pink and a dark pink. Now just take the brush, start with the lighter colour first. I'm just going to put just enough of the light colour on the brush there, and just add in those lighter tones around there, and you can see straight away the difference that they've made. So we just sort of get that sort of chest sort of shape, and this side of the top, and then into the slightly darker colour, and as you can see it's very tonally just slightly different, so we can just make that difference there between the light and the dark and just sort of shape up. So without using a darker colour, I'm just going to take a bit more paint there and just sort of create the shape. You can just see my little marks there that I made for like drawing when I was drawing the painting in to start with. So I might come back to that and just add in a few more little darker tones actually. So just add in a little bit more alizarin back into there, just some darker tones, just to create those shapes and keep the movement there. Clean the brush off very quickly. Now I'm just going to have a look at those skin tones. Now for the skin tone, I'm going to be taking some titanium white again, adding to that a little bit of cadmium red. Got to be careful with cadmium red, it's very overpowering as you can see, so it goes to pink very quickly. A little bit more white there, so I get a slightly lighter tone, and then into that a little bit of yellow ochre, so I get a nice fleshy colour there, nice strong fleshy colour, using the palette knife to mix that colour up. A little bit more ochre in there, and then a little bit more into there, into the lighter colour. So there's my two flesh tones just about mixed up. And start with the darker colour this time. I'm going to start down on the feet just to create the shape of the feet there around the heel area on each side there. Come back to the lighter bits in a minute. A little bit of dark there, getting down there on my shoulder. A little bit more around there. Quick clean of the brush into the lighter colour, where it's just catching the light there. Always this danger of the feet looking a bit clumpy, and don't want that. I'll probably put some darker colour underneath there, a little bit more shadow just to emphasise where her feet are on the ground. And then the hands. Hands are always bigger than we think they are. She's putting the pegs on the line there. So it just strengthens that colour up there a little bit more as well. Back into the darker colour, a little bit more dark colour around there. So as you can see, a painting's never really finished. You can go back in and you can touch bits up. There are lots of parts of this painting that I will just sort of look at the tones, make them a bit darker, areas around here a bit darker, areas here a bit lighter, and the same with the washing on the line as well, and emphasising the shadows that were being created by the light. This is what I'm doing in lockdown. I'm keeping myself busy, painting outside in the garden when I can, and when I can't, I'm inside the studio reviewing paintings. Thanks very much now. Bye.